Hi Falcons, and welcome back to Squawk on the Block. We're your hosts. I'm Caitlin Delhauser.
And I'm Julian Zimbelli. And today's show features stories from all around our school, from NAFO students for NAFO students.
Now, here's an event you don't want to miss out on. Girls taking the field and playing some competitive flag football. Here's Lauren Keller with the story.
Powderpuff are student-led football games where the roles are reversed. Football is typically a sport for males, but every year our school hosts a series of games where girls from each grade compete against each other, while football players from our very own team take on the roles of coaching.
Cool experience being in the coach's shoes while coaching the girls and teaching them how to play football. And I think the senior's going to win.
Powderpuff is more than just fun, but is also a fundraising event. We often undermine the expenses of the theater art program, and all it takes is to get the plays up and running. Do you know it can be up to $10,000 to run a musical in the spring?
Because we are funding ourselves, the theater arts program has to find the money to do each production because the school doesn't pay for it per se. We have to do fundraisers on our own. So when the Powderpuff came up, we decided to take it on because it's not a lot of work. It's 2 days of practice and one fun day of the game, and it helps bring in some money so that we can continue to do our shows.
We can't wait to see you here in the stands cheering on your grades September 30th at 6:30 p.m.
It really is just a wonderful opportunity to get together with your classes, be in competition with the other kids in the building. It's all about the fun, even though they get really competitive sometimes, and everybody's, kind of trash talking each other, but it's all in fun.
So coming out September 30th for a night of fun and fundraising. Freshmen take on the juniors, and the sophomores go against the seniors. The two winners will advance, so go cheer on your grade. May the best grade win. For NAFO TV, I'm Lauren Keller.
Wow, our school really goes above and beyond to create events for everybody. But who works behind the scenes?
Good question. Did you know behind the scenes of every school, dedicated custodians work tirelessly to create a safe and clean environment for students to thrive?
Well, what a surprise. Our next story follows the hard work of our very own custodians. Here's Hannah Bush with the story.
Nation Ford High School runs under many important figures, some of which tend to fall under the radar. But if you look a little closer, their work is far more important than you think. Through their hard work in the mornings and evenings, our school custodians strive to create a space where our students can feel clean and put together.
For a school this size, it is truly miraculous what they do. They do so much around the school to make this an amazing place for our students.
Our dedicated custodians put in their all every day to make our school a better place.
The best part of my job is doing lunch, interacting with the kids, getting mad at the kids, cleaning up behind them, making a mess.
The roles of the custodians are long and extensive, with jobs like cleaning up after students. It's no wonder our school functions as smoothly as it does. With National Custodian Day fast approaching on Wednesday, October 2nd, what can you do to show them your appreciation?
Students could show their appreciation for custodians by just having a nice, kind word for them, and then also helping take care of the school. A good example of that's the commons during lunch. Just picking up trash and throwing it away. That helps the custodians so much.
At the end of the day, we should all remember the importance of our custodians and the kindness they show to everyone they meet. Our school wouldn't be the same without them. For NAFO TV, I'm Hannah Bush.
I didn't realize just how important our custodian staff is. Their positive attitude is truly something that leaves a big impact.
You're absolutely right about that. And speaking of big impacts, let's turn our focus to something that allows even you to make an impact on those around you.
Every year, at the end of summer, kids and parents alike go on a yearly buying splurge, known as back-to-school shopping. But what about the kids who can't afford that luxury, like many kids in foster care? That's where the York County Foster Care Closet comes in.
Any kid who needs clothes, shoes, or any everyday thing can come by the foster closet to look for some donations to take home. The foster closet also supports new parents in the foster system by providing baby bottles, diapers, and other baby essentials.
I'm an adoptive mom, and I adopted our youngest daughter from China in 2013, and then as an occupational therapist, I went back and worked in the Chinese orphanages a couple times and just realized that I really wanted to do something here. So I got together with a couple friends and we started the York County Foster Closet.
The foster closet started with the intention to give families in need and adoptive parents alike clothes and equipment for their children. Since its opening in 2007, It has seen a growth throughout the years, having served over 700 kids this year alone. They utilize volunteer work to help stock the stores as often as weekly, and are always in need of sweatshirts, sweatpants, shirts, and more.
There are many, many children and families in our community that need help. There's many vulnerable children and families that need wraparound love and support, and this is just a small way that we can give that to them.
The Foster Closet has helped out thousands of kids, and so can you, by donating clothes and child equipment.
There are many, many ways to get involved at Defend the Fatherless, and within the York County Foster Closet, we have on our website, which is defendthefatherless.org, many volunteer opportunities that you can look through.
Thanks to the Foster Closet for letting us into the light of their works, and make sure to check them out at the York County Foster Closet on Facebook. For NAFO TV, I'm Sutton George.
What a great way to help out your community in a way you might not have thought of.
And how sweet of York County to set up this system. And that reminds me, a story that's just as sweet in a different way.
A story of our very own Miss Benfield, who likes to add a little dash of delicious to our lives. Here's Wyatt Hamilton with the story.
There are many ways you can rekindle your past and ease your mind. But to Miss Benfield, there is only one way to do it.
I just love to bake. I think baking makes people happy, and it's just something that I enjoy. It's fun for me. Relieves stress.
There are many people at Nation Ford High School who help out behind the scenes. Miss Benfield, a Power School clerk, also has a business outside of school.
It's Anita's Cakes and Bakes, and I do all kind of baking, any kind of cakes, pies, cookies, anything like that.
From an early age, Miss Benfield had started baking and made significant strides with her mother's help.
I did bake a lot as a kid. My mom had 7 brothers and sisters, and she made cakes for all of them for their birthdays. She made all of them cakes at Christmas and Thanksgiving, so we did a lot of baking.
She originally started her business in 2016, 1 year after her mother passed away. Her main inspiration behind Anita's Cakes and Bakes was her mother.
She inspired me all the way through. When I was small, I would always be in the kitchen with her. She would let me help when she was doing baking and cooking. So I started baking and cooking from a young age. By the time I was in middle school, I was cooking full meals and having dinner ready when she came home from work.
Her main motive behind Anita's Cakes and Bakes was not for the money, but for the love and joy of cooking and baking. The business had slowed down due to COVID, but is now up and running again.
I took a couple years off. I was at a previous high school, and I decided to take a couple years off before I came to Nation Ford, so that just gave me something to do during that time.
Although the loss of her mother hurts, she continues to share her love to everyone and every cake that she puts her heart and soul into. For NAFO TV, I'm Wyatt Hamilton.
Yum! I'd love to try one of her treats. What a delicious way to end off this bundle of stories.
I'd have to agree. I can't wait to see what other stories we get to share next month.
That's all from us, Falcons. From NAFO TV, I'm Caitlin Dahlhauser.
And I'm Juliana Enzembelli. We'll see you next time.